Welcome to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Reverend Kristin, and I'm the Spiritual Director and Senior Minister here. Please know that we are a radically inclusive and spiritually progressive community. And what that means is everyone is welcome. And I mean everyone. If you've been with us for a while or a very, very long time, I welcome you as well. Please know that it's lovely to be able to gather virtually at this time. Right now we are 100% virtual, and I so look forward when we can gather again in the same room and in a community. But for now, we are virtual community. We are strong, we are mighty, and we're here to have a fabulous service today. We have Gayle and Jennifer Russell with music, and Susan Espinosa is our practitioner in training today. So right now I'm just going to turn it over to Jennifer and Michael as they bring us into a congregational song. So please stand up and sing and dance along as we are in virtual community. Enjoy.
Good morning. We are so grateful to be with you today. I'm Jennifer Russell.
I'm Michael Gayle.
And we are going to start by singing this song together. I'm opening up in Sweet Surrender. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light alone. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light alone. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light alone. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light alone. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light alone. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light alone. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. Oh, and how grateful I am to come within my sacred heart and realize the oneness that is right here within me, that I am one with the giver of all life. Right here within me, that beautiful I am presence is part of who I am. And as we open up our hearts to each other, let's greet each other this morning. I love you. I see you. I celebrate our differences. It is good.
Good morning, everyone. It is so wonderful to be here today and doing our beautiful affirmation. And here we go. The nature of God's great creation is one of diversity. I am not colorblind. I see the colorful, wonderful, and mystical variances that are expressed uniquely as each of us. Let's do that again. The nature of God's great creation is one of diversity. I am not colorblind. I see the colorful, wonderful, and mystical variances that are expressed uniquely as each of us. Breathe that in. It's wonderful. And so it is. Won't you join me, please, in prayer? It is so good to come together today, as it is each and every Sunday and any time that we get together, knowing that there truly is only the one. There's always and only ever one thing happening, and that one thing is God. One heartbeat, one breath, one love that unites all of us. And I am so very grateful to know that I am one with the one, that every single cell in my body resonates to each of the God qualities, to truth, peace, joy, so many good God qualities that I am one with, and so are you. And we share these God qualities with one another, and we share them with our beautiful Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. Each one of these is a blessing, and so these blessings we send into the center, and we send it to the service today, and we bless Reverend Kristin for that she shares what is upon her heart to share with us, that is good and is right and is inspiring. And we bless the good music, as always, the good and wonderful and inspirational music of Jennifer and Michael. Holy, holy, holy. It is wonderful. We bless the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living again and again until it runneth over with all of the joy and all of the love that each one of us bring to it. We bless you. We bless your relationships and your finances. We bless your health and your well-being. And with each breath that you take, you bring into your body all of these lovely God qualities, so that wherever you go, as you're breathing in and exhaling, you are sharing these God qualities, these blessings, for you are a true blessing. And so it is such gratitude that I share this prayer, that I speak it into the law, into the love, and I release it right into the universe. And together we say, and so it is.
Today I get the honor of honoring all paths. So here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we are actively co-creating a world that evolves through the practice of service, prayer, and play, a world that works for everyone. We celebrate all paths that lead to the recognition of the divine. We honor shamanism as a path of the inward journey and soul travel. We honor Hinduism as a path of recognizing the divine in each person. We honor Judaism as a path of law. We honor Taoism as a path of recognizing the perfect order and balance in the universe. We honor Buddhism as a path of compassion and peace. We honor Christianity as a path of love and forgiveness. We honor Islam as a path of constant prayer. We honor Baha'i as a path recognizing the oneness in all religion. We honor New Thought as a path of healing and the power of the mind. And we honor you and what brought you here today.
Lesson 68 is my favorite lesson in the Course in Miracles. That's what I'm going to sing about right now. I see you, I see you, I see you as my friend. I see you and I remember that you are a part of me. I see you, I see you, I see you as my friend. I see you, my friend, you help me come to know myself. Love holds no grievances. I let all my sorrow go. When I let go all my grievances, I will know you are a part of me. I will know I am perfectly safe. I see you, I see you, I see you as my friend. I see you, my friend, you help me come to know myself. Love holds no grievances. I let all my sorrows go. When I let go all my grievances, I will know you are a part of me. I will know I am perfectly safe.
Okay, we are in the middle of August 2020. And this whole month we're talking about, our theme is inclusion in action. And before we dive into today's talk title, I found a video that I had shown about 4 years ago that I would like to share again. And I'm just going to play it now, and then we'll talk more about it on the back end. Enjoy.
I'll never forget the morning that I saw an article about a group of Muslims who had bought 30 acres and were planning to build a complex. And this complex, this land, is going to be on Humphrey Road. When I saw that, my stomach kind of tightened up. They were going to be right across the street from us. My mind was just reeling, and I felt that ignorance and that fear. So I prayed. I said, well, what are we supposed to do?
The idea of Memphis Islamic Center started because we felt we needed a family life center, a place for people to pray and play, to socialize, and have a sense of community.
Allahu Akbar.
It is a difficult time for Muslims in America. We did not expect to be welcomed. We thought we have to work hard.
Stand before God.
They were a long way from building anything on the land. I don't know how to reach out to these people at all. Don't know any of these folks. So I thought, well, let's put up a banner.
And one day we were driving by and we see a banner. And that banner says,
Heart Song Church welcomes the Memphis Islamic Center to the neighborhood. And I realized that what I was being led to do was find a way to love these people. There were people who were just terribly upset.
Me and my wife both were thinking about leaving the church because I just did not accept what was going on.
Lord, we are so humbled that you would choose us.
I went to Pastor Steve and asked him, I said, what are we doing? He told me to read the Gospels. When I read through those Gospels, and I figured out it was a sickness in me. That was the problem. In a sense, I was the problem. What was going on with the world today? I was the problem.
and then we started building. The month of fasting, the month of Ramadan, was supposed to be our grand opening day where we start praying here, and it was clear that we were not going to have our hall ready.
We got a call, and Bashar said, we just wondered if we could use your building for our prayers.
In case we don't get our permit in time, we may use it for a few nights, and I'm praying we don't have to.
And I said, okay, you pray that way. I'm going to pray that you have to come in, at least for a few days, because I just think it would be great for our people, and it would be great for your people.
Instead of using the room for a few nights, we ended up spending the entire month of Ramadan at Heart Song Church. Ramadan brought us much closer. People started knowing each other on a personal level.
We had done coat drives and food drives, and close to 9/11, we do a blood drive together. One year it'll be at Heart Song, the other year it'll be at MIC. So Muslims and Christians are giving blood together.
We decided to do a combined Thanksgiving dinner. Every spring we get together and Heart Song folks will come over here and we'll have the spring picnic. It became a movement.
I would have never thought that I would be friends with Muslims right here. And I love it. It's kind of like my world got bigger.
How's everybody doing today? Well, cheer louder if you're having fun.
We are a better congregation now. We are better people because of this friendship with Heart Song.
What's the next event?
The biggest surprise to me is that now my life is so very changed. It's an amazing friendship that I can't imagine having missed out on.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the mosque across the street, and it really explains so many levels of what inclusivity means. Inclusivity when it's not comfortable. The minister found out that a mosque was going to open across the street, and he talks about having a tight feeling in his stomach. And what he did was he remembered to go into prayer. He kind of discerned, where is that tightness coming from? And I know I personally have that experience quite often, where I need to go within and check myself and say, why am I feeling this way? No matter how open-minded, socially conscious, anti-racist I think I am, I still have old, learned, hidden biases that I need to examine. It is my responsibility to check myself daily for my stereotypes, prejudice, and ultimately discrimination. So that's what I'm talking about, and that's what I believe that video showed. It even had members of the community saying, if we're gonna open our hearts and we're gonna open our space, I think I have to leave because I'm against that. And over time and working together and learning about each other in those uncomfortable situations, those two communities have now bonded together. So now jumping into today's talk title, Colorblind or Colorful. And again, it's about inclusion. When I was around my friends, I would say, probably in my 20s, I would say, oh, I don't see color. You know, I accept everyone and I see everyone as the same. And the reality is that we're not the same. We're not the same at all. And we are all creations of that one thing from God, that we are on this earth uniquely different from one another. We are unique. And that uniqueness should be celebrated. And in this idea of this uniqueness of leading to oneness, and that's what we teach, that we're all one. And if we're all one, then inherently we would embrace that oneness, which means embracing all of those differences and living a life that works for everyone. Ernest Holmes, from the Beverly Hills Lectures, 1952. Unity and uniformity are not the same thing. No two blades of grass are alike. What does it mean spiritually? We have nothing to disprove and everything to prove that this individualization of the spirit in each one of us, rooted in common soil, having the characteristics and potentialities of its common background, contain what the ancients called a microcosm. We have every reason to suppose that there is back and within and around every individual the divine representation of himself as the Son of God, forever expanding. When we see color, our worlds expand. Our world expands. When we see I'm probably limiting this in a world that is limitless, but 99 different variations of the color green. By taking the time and seeing that beauty within each branch or each rolling hill or each tree, there is the uniqueness and beauty in that. Here's an example of color blindness, where I'm going to go ahead and use the metaphor and use a garden. So imagine a garden containing various vegetation, fruits, vegetables, flowers, foliage, and trees. All vegetation needs a conducive environment to flourish. It needs a suitable pH, a healthy level of aeration, and sound nutrients. While the plants need sun, shade, nutrients, soil, water, and care, different plants require different mixtures and these elements to thrive. Some need shade while others need sun. Some need moist soil and others thrive in drier soil. Good example of this would be putting a camellia plant in full sun. It burns. It's a plant that thrives in shade or partial sun. The opposite of that would be plumeria. Plumeria is a tropical plant and it thrives in the sun and needs little water. Okay, so both are plants, but if I put both in the sun one would die off. We are so diverse, or our plants are so diverse. And science admits the diversity and seeks to recognize one great principle of life that lies within them all. The diversity lies in the expression in our human spheres. The sameness lies in the source, for all things are God. We make sure that each plant or each variation gets what it needs so it can thrive. So the same is true for humans. And we have different experiences and different interests, and that's what makes us so beautifully unique, is our diversity. If I am expecting someone to think like me, be like me, and act like me, then our diversity is actually, over time, would be washed off. If I treat people the same all the way across the board, that dishonors who they are and how they came to express. That is why we're having this conversation. Are you colorblind or are we colorful? And the more and more that we open up our minds and open up our hearts and let go of fear, if it's a fear, and embrace the experience of an exchange with someone that you would normally not have conversation with, to learn about a different culture in its diversity, with all the colors, with all the interests, with all the beliefs, and that we are actually being inclusive of everyone and everything. Now, when I say everyone and everything, that doesn't mean we're inclusive of people who harm. It excludes harm. We do no harm. We just do no harm. There's a common theme in our world today that if someone is not the same as us, not the same as my community, or has different political beliefs, we have a tendency to polarize the differences and not actually spend time to find things that actually connect us. Because in Science of Mind, we believe that there's only one. We believe in oneness. We believe that we are all created from spirit, that we have spirit running through, in, and as us. And as much as we want to, we talk about, hey, I'm not like them, or them and them and them. There's no them. There's only one. So in that oneness, if we truly believe what we teach, then we are constantly needing to monitor ourselves, our physical body and our speech and our thoughts, that are we really casting off that vibe of oneness? Or are we constantly trying to separate ourselves from others? We just draw lines in the sand and say, hey, I'm not like that person, or I'm not like that religion, I'm not like that political stance. I'm just going to draw my line in the sand, and I'm not going to cross it, and I'm going to go ahead and continue to live my life as I live my life, and I'm going to create separation. Well, the idea of separation literally continues to pull us apart, and we are polarizing as the United States of America right now. We are polarizing with different beliefs. And our job, our one job that we can do today, and you can start today, is actually, again, checking yourself and the people that you want to call them, those people, to actually reach out or watch a documentary or do some reading to get a better understanding that they are just expressing in the way they express, but there is a commonality. There is a commonality amongst us all, and we are all connected. And we talk about, when we say namaste, that the God in me sees the God in you. To be in that place, to always begin in that place of knowing that the person, whomever you're in discussion with, is also a child of God. And when there's conflict or difficulty, or when it feels like, somebody's on one side of the room and the other person's on the other side of the room, to actually see the God in that other person and start there. So start, instead of being across the room, to come together and recognize that we're all from that one source. And as the conversation might get difficult or voices might get raised, to continually remind yourself that you are reflecting back God to this person, and this person is reflecting back to you. And if that reflection comes back and it is irritating you or is causing you stomach pain, all of those instances, it's giving you an opportunity to learn more about yourself. In this conversation, recognizing and listening, and from that listening, be able to ask the question back, is this what I'm hearing you say? And if the answer is yes, go, okay, please tell me more. And then if it comes up that what feels like fear, sometimes I ask, what are you afraid that you're going to lose? What do you feel that you're going to lose if we all change this policy? Where are you feeling individually that it's going to harm you? Not trying to change anybody's opinion, just trying to understand. And in that understanding, even if you don't like what you're hearing, in that understanding, we are creating a world, we're creating the space for oneness, and actually being able to celebrate our diversity, where we are not the same. We're all being called to do something bigger, to step out of a box of our comfort level and challenge ourselves to grow beyond what currently is. It's showing up in politics, it's showing up in racially, it's showing up, it's brewing up everywhere, and it is a time for change. It is whatever that change is going to be, but we're all bubbled up. Get engaged and work on this inclusivity in action. And it can be done via education. It can be done many, many different ways. But join us as we continue to work towards a world that works for everyone. And so it is. Join me in prayer. Let's take a deep breath in and release. And another deep breath in and release. And one last time, a deep breath in and let it go. There is one life, and that life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is my life now. There is one life, that life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is my life now. In spirit, God, universe, I'm so grateful for its vastness, for its ever evolvingness, the isness of the allness. And I am so thankful for the diversity in which it creates. I know for each of us that we see and live a colorful, wonderful expression of who we are with each one of us, and that we see the same in everyone around us. We see oneness, not sameness. We embrace the diversity. We learn about each other. For the foundation of everything is love, and I let love lead the way. Love leads the way. Love heals. Love is the answer. So I'm grateful for this time together. I'm grateful for this philosophy that allows us to stand in our dominion and create the life that we want to live. And in that creation of living from that place of love and that place of oneness, that we are also creating a world that works for all. I see it, I breathe it. It is here now. I release these words into the universe as the universe only says yes. And in that yesness, I rejoice. In that yesness, I express my love and my light. For I already know it's done in the mind of God. So I lay anything on the altar that no longer serves. I lay my fears. I lay my grievances. I lay them down, for once I lay them down, they no longer bind me, and I can be the love that I am to be and that I am expressing on this planet Earth. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. it's time for our conscious giving. If you've sent in your tithe, I thank you. If you have a gift to give today, thank you. Whatever the amount is, please take that amount that you want to share with the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living and hold that amount in your mind. And then take your hands and cup them together and breathe that amount intentionally into your hands. And then hold them on your heart. And join me in saying, "This gift I give is God in action. I send it forth with joy and confidence and ease. I am blessed by the law of giving and receiving, as I now share my good with life, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." One more time. "This gift I give is God in action. I send it forth with joy and confidence and ease. I am blessed by the law of giving and receiving, as I now share my good with life, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." And so it is. And here are multiple ways that you can give to our center, from mailing in a gift to our P.O. box, all the way up to text to give and online through PayPal. Thank you once again. Blessings.
Please join us for Jennifer's song, "Unity Brings Peace."
I am connected to everything. I am connected to everybody. I am a part of God's universe. I am a member of humanity. Unity brings peace. Unity brings harmony. Unity is powerful. It creates beauty from diversity. Unity starts with my own family. The joy of one is the joy of all. The tears of one are the tears of all. The honor of one is the honor of all. Unity brings peace. Unity brings harmony. Unity is powerful. It creates beauty from diversity. The power of unity solves conflicts. Let's listen to each other and find solutions, like instruments in an orchestra. We blend in harmony and unison. Unity brings peace. Unity brings harmony. Unity is powerful. It creates beauty from diversity. It creates beauty from diversity. It has been a joy to be with you today. Let's end the service with that beautiful song by Ricky B.B., "Blessed Always." And I just want to thank my companions along this journey today. Thank you, Reverend Kristin, for that wonderful message. And Susan, thank you for anchoring us in prayer and holding us so beautifully in your heart. And thank you, Michael, for all the music that you are.